Hey, what's up my fellow collectors? Tonight I'm looking at the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Homecoming Spider-Man. I was very excited to finally get this one. I've seen a lot of other reviews on it and it just looks great. So I'm definitely excited to get it out and have it in hand. But anyway, here's the packaging. It's the normal Marvel Legends that we've been seeing. Legends series, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man. You got the same picture that came on the side of the Vulture. Same on the other side. On the back you do get the promotional pictures, you get the little bio, and you get the rest of the wave and the Build-A-Figure pieces. On the bottom you get that. But that is it. Let's crack this thing open and check them out. Alright, so here he is out of the packaging along with all of his accessories. Now, I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite Marvel Legends Spider-Mans. I just like the body that they use for this character. The suit is starting to grow on me. I really didn't like it. Not like I didn't like it, but my favorite has always been the Amazing Spider-Man 2. That suit has always been my favorite. And when I first saw the Homecoming Spider-Man suit, especially with the, I think it's more or less just the little spider that kind of bugs me for some reason. But you know, the more I see the trailers and like especially with this figure, I'm definitely digging this suit a lot more than I did when I first saw it. But anyway, as far as the accessories with the figure, you do get 2 sets of hands. You get fists, which, you know, look good. So you get a pair of fists and you get a pair of flipping hands. Of course, my flipping hand's a little bit on the bent side. So you get a pair of each of those. You do get an alternate head that has like squinty eyes. So that looks really good. And then you get these like web wing accessory things that really do not work at all. But you kind of peg it in and then you got, see, yeah, they just keep falling out. They're really not that good. And I've actually been noticing that on a lot of other of the guys that review that I watch had the same thing. But I mean, they kind of work. This one I can't even get to like go in and stay in at all. I can't even, well, no, yeah, so, but you get those. But let's take a closer look at the figure because the figure is really, really nice. Really, really nice Spider-Man. But yeah, I mean, taking a look at the Spider-Man, I love how they did the webs this time. They're not as like deep as they were on, I didn't have the figure, but I know the last Spider-Man they got with the 3-pack and the Captain America and the Iron Man. I know that there were some complaints on that particular, how they did this, the sculpted webs. They went really deep with it. This is a little bit more subtle. It's almost like gray. They almost look a little bit on the gray side. But yeah, I mean, just the suit looks awesome. I love, you get like all these different textures all throughout the suit. And then you get these like really faint lines in the pants. It looks great. It looks really good. And then down to the feet. I'm really liking the design of this costume a lot. There's the side of the figure. I don't know why my camera's having such a hard time focusing. Let me back this up a little bit and figure out what the deal is here. But yeah, it just looks really, really good all the way around. Definitely did a good job on this one. Again, you get like this line pattern all throughout it. It's just subtle, but it, like, you know, it sticks out and looks good. And of course you have the Spider-Man symbol on the back. And you got the continuation of these lines. And I like this wide open head. I mean, wide open eyes. I really do. It looks good. And as far as the other head, you just pop that off. Pop the other head on there. And you get that, which is a more kind of squinted, which looks good too. I mean, I like both of them. I really, really like both of them. But I think I do like the eyes wide open a little bit more. Now, as far as articulation with this Spider-Man, we do have a hinge, so you get nice up and down movement. You get pretty much looking straight up. You get looking down. You get full rotation. You get a tiny, actually, yeah, you get a very tiny little bit of pivot. You do have a hinge and swivel here at the arm, and it takes it out about that much. Swivels all the way around. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have double jointed elbows, which work pretty good, gets you a little bit of range. You also have this butterfly joint that gives it some decent range, but not as much as I thought it was going to. I mean, I guess you do get some nice range out of that. It goes that far back and that far forward, and it continues the sculpt, so it looks good. The hands, of course, swivel and hinge. You do get a crunch, and he goes really far over, which is great. You know, you got to have your Spider-Man going far over. And he goes back a good little bit. The sculpted lines kind of stops there a little bit, but it's not too bad. You do get a waist swivel. His legs only go out about that much, kick forward about that much. They can kick back, but of course it kind of kicks out. You do have a cut at the upper thigh. Actually, oh, that's neat. So you get a thigh swivel around that ball joint right there, and then you get another point right here. Then you have double jointed knees, and of course you have a hinge for the leg, which brings it all the way back about that much forward, and you do have a pin, forward facing pin for rocker. So yeah, it's definitely a cool Spider-Man. I just love the way it stands, and it's like silhouette. Looks really good. Let me get the other head on here. And as far as interchanging the hands, they come off really easy. Of course, she's got the little peg. Put the other flipping hand on there. So easy, really nice and easy to change the hands out. But yeah, something about the wider eye version I'm liking a little bit better. Now, as far as a size, this Spider-Man is about 5.5 inches. So it's good. It's a little bit on the small side. And as far as some comparisons, here he is next to the Ultimate Spider-Man from the Vulture 2-pack, the Walmart exclusive. Here he is with the Vulture, the Michael Keaton Vulture from this wave. So it gives you a little bit of size comparison with those two. I mean, it looks good, even though this figure was definitely tall for the scale of the line. You know, it looks good. It's not too bad. Especially you figure he's got all that stuff on his legs. That's going to bring him up a little bit. As far as some more comparisons, there's a NECA Christian Bale Batman. NECA Arnold Schwarzenegger. Terminator, what was this, 2, I believe? Jeez, I can't even remember. Or I think it was like the T-800 or something like that. Oh, he's not going to stand for me, is he? Come on. Come on, you can do it. There he goes. And there he is with a Mafex Batman. So there's some size comparison for you guys, just to show you what he's going to look like on the shelf with some of your other collectibles. But thanks for watching, guys. That was the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Homecoming Spider-Man in the, new suit, the Tony Stark suit or mech suit, tech suit, whatever you want to call it. That's the review, guys. I will catch you guys on the next review. Take care.